Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well. In this video, we are going to discuss Math Model Paper 3 which was shared by DDP Office Bangalore. I thank the professionals who shared this question paper. This is one of the important model paper for upcoming exam. I'm sure you are going to get benefit out of it. I included Google Form question paper along with previous two maths model paper links. Please do answer the Google Form question paper after going through this video. Please score good marks. All the best for upcoming exam. First question. The value of x and y which satisfy the linear equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 16r. So there are four options with x and y. In the first option, x is 5 and y is 2. To satisfy the linear equation, we have to replace the value of x and y and check whether left hand side and right hand side are equal. If it is satisfied, that means if LHS and RHS are equal, then that option is the correct one. Let us try with option A. We have to replace the value of x and y in linear equation. So given linear equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 16. So I am replacing the option A values x as 5 and y as 2. 2 5s are 10, 3 2s are 6. 10 plus 6 is 16, which is RHS. I have taken the LHS part. I replaced x and y values and I got the value of left hand side as 16 and RHS is also 16. Therefore, option A is satisfying the linear equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 16. Therefore, correct option among A, B, C, D is A. And if you replace the value of B, C, D, they are not satisfying. We'll check with B, okay, whether the option B, x is equal to 2 and y is 5 is satisfying the linear equation or not. So 2x plus 3y, this value should be equal to 16 for option B. Let us replace the value of x with 2 and y with 5. 2 2s are 4, 3 5s are 15. 4 plus 15 is 19, which is not equal to RHS. RHS is 16 and LHS is 19. Therefore, option B is not satisfying the linear equation. Similarly, C and D won't be satisfying the linear equation. So correct option for this question is A. Second question, by solving a pair of linear equation x plus y is equal to 8 and 2y minus x is equal to 1, we have to find the value of x and y. To solve the pair of linear equation, we have four methods which we have studied in the 10th class. One method is graphical method, second method is substitution method, third method is elimination method, and fourth method is cross multiplication method. And the most important and easy and preferable method is elimination method. I'm going to discuss how to solve the pair of linear equation with elimination method in this problem. So the two linear equations are x plus y is equal to 8 and 2x minus. So they are not in a standard form. So first I will make the second equation. I will put in a standard form. So minus x plus 2y is equal to 1. And I am going to eliminate either x or y in this pair of linear equation. So I am adding minus x and plus x will be cancelled. This is plus x and this is minus x, it is cancelled. Y plus 2y is equal to 3y and right hand side 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So 3y is equal to 9, y will become 9 by 3 which is equal to 3. So value of y is 3, means 3 times 3 is 9. And I am going to substitute the value of y in either first equation or second equation. Okay, I'm going to substitute value of y in first equation. If you replace even in second equation, you will get the same value of x. So x plus y is equal to 8. I'm going to replace the value of y as 3, which we solved just now, which is nothing but 8. So x is equal to 8 minus 3. I want the value of x, so I'm sending the plus 3 to other side will become minus 3. X is equal to 5. So the correct option among these four choices are x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 3. Correct option is third question. The standard form of the quadratic equation 3x square is equal to 4 into 5x minus 3 is. We all know that the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So the question what they asked is not in a standard form. I'm going to write the equation which they have asked in the question. 3x square is equal to 4 into 5x minus 3. So 3x square is equal to 4 into 5x is 20x and 4 into 3 is 12. So I am going to send all the terms to one side of the equation. Plus 20x moves to the other side will become minus 20x. Minus 12 goes to the other side will become plus 12. Other side will become 0. So this is the standard form. Fourth question, find the pair of coincident lines in the following. To find the pair of coincident lines, we have to compare the ratios of the coefficients of each pair of linear equations among A, B, C, D options. So students, what is the coincident line condition? We all know that coincident line condition is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, which is also equal to C1 by C2. Now we are going to compare the ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2. In the first option A1 by A2, where A1 and A2 are the quotient of x of first equation and quotient A2 is the quotient of x with second equation, which is nothing but 1 by 3. B1 by B2 is minus 2 by 4 and C1 by C2 is 0 by 20. Clearly A1 by A2 value 1 by 3 and B1 B2 minus 2 by 4 are not equal. So if A1, so therefore first equation is not the correct option for the coincident line. So we will check with the second option, option B. So we also compare the ratios with second option, A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. A1 by A2 in the pair of linear equation is 2 by 4, B1 by B2 is 3 by 6 and C1 by C2 is 9 by 18. So clearly A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2 are equal to each other. So therefore, the ratios of their comparison of the terms will be A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2. So correct option for this question is B. Fifth question, the sum of first 15 terms of AP is 465 and the sum of first 14 terms of same AP means arithmetic progression is 406, then its 15th term is. Students, we all know that nth term of arithmetic progression is given by Sn minus 1, where S is sum to n terms. An is equal to Sn minus 1. This is the basic formula, which is the relation between the nth term and sum to n terms. So they have given 15th term and 14th term, and they're asking to find 15th term. Sum of 15 terms and sum of 14 terms is given in the question, and they're asking to find the 15th term of AP. So A15 is equal to S15 minus S15 minus 1, which is nothing but 14. S15 is 465 and S14 is 406. 465 minus 406, which is 59. Therefore, 15th term of AP is 59. Correct option for this question is B. Sixth question. The 20th term of AP 15913 is. So 20th term formula is A plus, nth term formula is A plus n minus 1 into D, and 20th term is A plus 20 minus 1 into D, which is nothing but 19D. So to find the 20th term, we have to use the formula A plus 19D. And we are going to apply the value of A and D in the formula. A in the arithmetic progression is 1, which is the first term, and D is common difference, which is given by the formula A2 minus A1. A2 is second term 5, A1 is first term 1. So D is 4, and we are going to replace this A value and D value in the formula, 20th formula. So A20 is equal to A plus A is 1 in plus 19D. D is 4. So 1 plus 19 4s are 76. 76 plus 1 is 77. Correct option among A, B, C, D is A. Seventh question. If x, 8, 11, y are the consecutive terms of arithmetic progression, find the value of x and y. Students, we all know that common difference is given by the formula A2 minus A1, which is equal to A3 minus A2, which is also equal to A4 minus A3. This is the difference between the consecutive terms. Clearly from the question, the common difference of 8 and 11 is 3. So D is equal to A2 minus A1. So common difference, we know that from the arithmetic progression it is 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. A2 is 8 and A1 is x. So I want the value of x here. I am sending plus 8 to other side will become minus 8. So 3 minus 8 is minus 5, which is nothing but minus x. Negative negative cancel. Therefore value of x is 5. Also, the value of common difference is also equal to A4 minus A3. A4 in this question is y and A3 is 11. Already we know the common difference value in this arithmetic progression is 3, which is nothing but y minus 11. 3 minus 11 moves to that side will become plus 11, which is nothing but y. Therefore, value of y is 11 plus 3 is 14. So correct option for this question is x5 y14. D. Eighth question. If 8x20 are in arithmetic progression, then find the value of x. We are going to use the similar formula which we used in the common difference in the previous problem. Common difference D is equal to A2 minus A1, which is also equal to A3 minus A2. In this problem, A1 is 8, A2 is x and A3 is 20, and we are going to use in the common difference formula. So A2 value I am replacing A2 with x, A1 with 8 and A3 is 20 and A2 is x, and I am going to move all x together and the numerical values together. X minus x moves to the other place, it will become plus x, and replacing the 20 as it is. Negative 8 goes to the other side, will become positive 8. X plus x is 2x, 20 plus 8 is 28. As we have to find the value of x in this problem, multiplication moves to that side, will become division. 28 by 2 value is 14. Correct option for this question is C, 14. Ninth question. The first term and the last term of AP are A and L. Then find the sum to n terms. This is the basic sum to n terms formula when A and L are equal. Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. So correct formula for this question is C. 10th question. The roots of quadratic equation are 4x square minus 81 is equal to 0 are. So we have to find the roots, which is the correct option among A, B, C, D. So the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we know this is not in a standard form and we have to find the roots for this quadratic equation. I am sending minus 81 to the side, it will become plus 81. 4x square is equal to 81 and x square is equal to 81 by 4. This implies x value is equal to root 81 by 4. Root goes to square, goes to other side, will become square root. So separately I am writing square root of 81 by square root of 4, which is nothing but square root of 81 is plus or minus 9. Square root of 4 is 2. So correct option for this question is D. Moving on to 11th question. The roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is. To find the root of the quadratic equation, we have to use the formula minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. So correct option among A, B, C, D is B, and this is the basic formula to find the roots of a quadratic equation using formula method. 12th question. In finding the roots of the quadratic equation by the method of factorization, the middle term minus x can be written as. So we all know the factorization method, 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. So the middle term should be split as, if you multiply, you have to get negative 12, 6 2s are 12. If you add or subtract, you have to get, negative x. So this method is also called splitting the middle term. Okay, so we are going to split the middle term using factorization method. So minus 4x plus 3x gives you negative x. So 6x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 2 are the splitting the middle terms. So correct option for this question is minus 4x and plus 3x, or plus 3x minus 4x. Correct option for this question is A. 13th question, the quadratic equation in the following is. We all know that quadratic equation should have highest degree as 2. Power should be 2. In first option, though the degree is 2, there is x square on both sides, so x square get cancelled, and there is no, this is not a quadratic equation because we have only the linear equation. Option B, it is not a quadratic equation, but it is a linear equation in two variables x and y. So option B is also not a quadratic equation. Option C is also not a quadratic equation because in quadratic equation, one of the condition is x coefficient should not be, x degree should not be negative, whereas 2 by x can be written as 2x to the power of minus 1. It is not a quadratic equation. So correct option among these four is D, because the highest degree is 2 and it is in a standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. 14th question, in a right angle triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degrees and tan C is equal to root 3, then find the value of angle A. Clearly they have given ABC is a right angle triangle and angle B is 90 degrees. So I'm just changing the color. The other condition in this question is tan C is equal to root 3. We all know that tan 60 is root 3, therefore C is equal to 60 degrees. So I repeat this step once again. In tan, root 3 value is for 60 degrees, therefore C is equal to 60 degrees. Always trigonometric term followed by an alphabet, that alphabet whatever, tan A or tan C or tan B, that alphabet we call it as angle. So here angle C is 60 degrees, angle B is 90 based on the condition given in the question, angle C is 60 based on the second condition given in the question, tan C is root 3, therefore C is 60. So 90, 60, obviously this angle A will be equal to 30 degrees. Don't ask me why, students, because angle sum property, in a triangle sum of three angles should be equal to 180 degrees. We all know right from 6th class. So angle A I don't know, angle B is 90, angle C just found out as 60, which is 180. So angle A is equal, angle A plus 90 plus 60 is 150, which is 180. Therefore angle A is equal to 180 minus 150 is equal to 30 degrees. So correct option for this question is 30 degrees. Option A. Moving on to the 15th question, if sin theta is equal to 3 by 5, then the value of 1 minus cos square theta is. We all know that based on the first identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This is the basic identity. So sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. So, or 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sin square theta, or sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. So in the question, the condition given is sin theta is equal to 3 by 5. They are asking to find 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta is nothing but what? Sin square theta based on the identity. So they are asking to find 1 minus cos square theta, which is nothing but sin square theta itself based on the identity. So sin theta is 3 by 5. Sin square theta will be 3 by 5 whole square, which is nothing but 9 by 25. You all know that 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25. Correct option among these four is C, 9 by 25. Moving to 16th question, if sin alpha plus beta is equal to 1 and cos alpha minus beta is equal to 1, then find the value of alpha and beta. So this representation of a letter is called alpha and this is called beta. We all know that in sin, one value is for 90 degrees, or sin 90 is 1, therefore alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. So I am writing alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. Just now I told a trigonometric term followed by anything, the term or alphabet is an angle. Therefore alpha beta is an angle which is 90 degrees, because in sin 1 is the value for 90 degrees. Therefore alpha plus beta is equal to 90. So can you say what is cos alpha minus beta, students? Yes, you are right. Alpha minus beta is equal to 0 degrees because in cos value of 1 is for 0 degrees. So therefore alpha minus beta in his angle which is nothing but 0. We will apply elimination method to solve alpha and beta. Beta cancel, plus beta minus beta. 2 alpha is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha is equal to 90 by 2 which is nothing but 45. So if alpha is 95, obviously beta will be also 45. Reason is alpha plus beta is 90. So alpha is 45, obviously beta should also be 45 to make it 90. So correct option among these four is D, 45 and 45. Alpha value is 45, beta value is also 45. Moving on to 17th question. In the figure ABC, it is a right angle at B, which is nothing but 90 degrees, and BC is given as 6 centimeters. Then find the length of AC. So we are going to find the AC, which is hypotenuse in this question. Students, we all know that sine 30 is nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse. You might be wondering why I have taken sine instead of cos, tan, other trigonometric terms. Reason is they have given opposite. Opposite to 30 is 6 centimeters. They have given, it is a given condition, and AC is the one which we are going to find the side. So AC is hypotenuse. Opposite is given. They are asking to find hypotenuse. So relation between opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So that is the reason why I have choose the trigonometric term sine. So you might be wondering why I have taken 30. That is nothing but they have given angle A is 30 in the question. So sine 30 is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, which is nothing but 6 by AC. Opposite to 30 is 6, which is given in the question, and hypotenuse I don't know, I'm just writing as it is. So we all know that sine 30 value is 1 by 2, which is nothing but 6 by AC. So whenever a fraction which is equated, you have to do cross multiplication. AC times 1 is AC, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 6 are 12. So value of AC or hypotenuse is 12 centimeters. Correct option here is B. Moving on to 18th question, which of the following is the correct relation? So A is tan square theta is equal to secant square plus 1. B is equal to sin theta is 1 by secant theta, which is a wrong one because sin theta, the reciprocal of sin theta is cosecant, but here given as secant. Tan theta is cos by sin, but correct option for this is sin by cos. Tan theta is sin by cos, but here it is given cos by tan. This is also wrong option. First one also wrong option. So D is the correct answer because this is the basic first identity in trigonometry. So correct option for 18th question is D. We also have one more question here, 19th. If x1, y1 and x2, y2 are midpoints of the line joining A, x1 and y1, B, x2, y2. So what is the formula? So midpoint formula, basic midpoint formula here is B, x2 plus x1 by 2 and y2 plus y1 by 2, or x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Correct option for this 19th question is B. 20th question. The distance between the points A 0, 5 and B minus 5, 0 is. Distance between any two points is given by the formula root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Here A 0, 5 will be treated as x1 y1, B minus 5 will be taken as x2 y2, and you have to replace the value of x1 y1 x2 y2 in the formula. What is x2? Minus 5. What is x1? 0 whole square plus what is y2? y2 is nothing but 0 and y1 is 5, minus 5 whole square. So minus 5 minus 0 value is minus 5 only whole square plus 0 minus 5 is minus 5 whole square. Minus 5 square value is 25, okay, and minus 5 square value is also plus 25. Reason is minus 5 square can be written as minus 5 into minus 5, which is also equal to plus 25 because negative into negative is positive. 5 5s are 25. So 25 plus 25 is root 50. But in the question they have not given in terms of root 50. So we have to change a small things here. Root 50 can be written as root 25 into 2. Am I right, students? Root 25 2 is 50. So separately we have to take root 25 into root 2. So what is the square root of 25? We all know that square root of 25 is 5 and root 2. So 5 root 2 units is the correct option. So C is the answer. 21st question, in the given graph, there is a graph given in the question. Find the length of BP. Student, B to P, I will just change the color. Yeah. So B, this is the point B and this is the point P. BP, the length is how many units? From year to year 1 unit and year to year another unit. So BP is 2 units. So correct option is A. 22nd question, if Pxy divides the line A x1 y1 B x2 y2 in the ratio m1 is to m2, then x and y. So this is the section formula, which is nothing but m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 m1 by 2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Correct option among these four is B. 24th question, the average marks scored by a student in a test of 6 subjects is 18. The sum of the marks scored by him in 5 subjects is 86. So we are going to find the subject marks in 6th subject. So we all know that average is equal to sum of observations by number of observations. So average marks of 6 subjects is 18 marks. So I'm just increasing the font and change the color. So X, I don't know the 6th subject marks, I'm assuming it as X, and sum of other 5 subjects is 86 divided by 6 is equal to 18. I'm going to repeat this step once again. X is the marks, 6th subject mark, I don't know, I'm assuming it as X, and other 5 subjects is 86, sum of all observations is X plus 86, and number of observations, here observations are exams, which is given as 6 subjects, so I am writing as 6, and is equal to 18, the average marks is 18. Okay, X plus 86 is equal to 18 times 6 or 18 into 6. What is the value of 18 into 6, students? 108. Okay, good. So X is equal to 108 minus 86, which is nothing but 22. So the math mark or the 6th subject mark is 22. Moving on to the 25th question, the median and mode of a grouped scores are 26 and 29 respectively. Then mean of the score is. There is an empirical relationship between mean, median, mode. We all know that, students, right? Mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. If you don't know, please by heart the formula. 3 median minus 2 mean. And we are just replace the values in the formula. Median is given as 26 and mode is given as 29. So I'm replacing the value of mode as 29 and median as 3 median. 3 into 26 minus 2 mean. I don't know the value of mean, and that is what they're asking to find in the question. 29 is equal to 26 times 3 is 78 minus 2 mean. So 29 minus 78 is equal to minus 2 mean, which is 29 minus 78 is 49, right? So minus 49 is equal to minus 2 mean. Negative negative cancel on either side of the equal to symbol. So mean is equal to 49 by 2. What is the value of 49 by 2, students? Which is nothing but 24.5. Correct option for this question is D, 24.5. Moving on to 26th question. In the given figure, angle B is 90, AB is 2 centimeters and BC is also 2 centimeters, then the length of AC. We have to apply the formula, Pythagoras theorem formula. What Pythagoras theorem says? Hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is the Pythagoras theorem formula. AC we don't know. So AC square, AB we know as 2 centimeters. BC is also 2 centimeters. So 2 square plus 2 square is nothing but 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 is nothing but 8. So I want AC. So square moves to the other side will become square root. So AC is the option root 80 is there in this 4 options? No. So we have to write root 8 as root 4 into 2. So root 4 value is separately I am writing. So square root of 4 value is 2, and we don't know the there is no perfect square root for root 2. Let us leave as it is. So 2 root 2 centimeters is the correct option. In this, A option is the correct one. 27th question. In the triangle ABC, if DE is parallel to BC, the relation which is true among these four options is, based on the basic proportionality theorem, AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. Option C is the correct answer. Moving on to 28th question. In triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR and their areas are in the ratio 25:9. If BC is 5, then the length of QR is. We all know that basic theorem in triangles, area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR is equal to ratios of their squares of their corresponding sides. So corresponding sides are BC and QR, squares of the corresponding side. This is the theorem which we have in the triangle chapter. So area of triangle ABC is given as 25 and PQR is given as 9. 25:9 is the ratio. I am writing as 25/9, which is one and same. And BC in the question they have mentioned as 5. I am replacing as it is. I don't know QR. I am replacing as it is. Students, when square moves to the other side will become square root. So square root of 25/9 is equal to 5 by QR. So next step will be what is the square root of 25, students? 5. And what is the square root of 9? 3, which is nothing but 5 by QR. I am replacing the right hand side as it is. So 5 get cancelled. QR is equal to 3. So the value of QR is 3 centimeters. Option B is the correct answer for 28th question. 29th question. The measure of three angles of a triangle are in the ratio 1:2:3. Then the triangle is. It is a right angle triangle. Reason is we don't know the actually angles of a triangle. I am assuming first angle as x. If first angle as x, obviously ratio 2 will be 2x and 3x, which is equal to 180. Why I am writing plus? The sum of three angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. X plus 2x plus 3x is 6x, which is equal to 180 degrees. X is equal to 180 by 3, which is nothing but 60 degrees. Sorry, 180 by 3 is 30 degrees. So first angle ratio is x, which is 30. 2x, 2 into 30 is 60. 3x, 3 into 30 is 90. 30, 60, 90, these are the measurements of a right angle triangle, because in right angle triangle, one angle is 90. Correct option for this question is B, right angle. 30th question. The true statement in the following is, two similar triangles are always congruent. A square and a rectangle are always similar. Two equiangular triangles are always similar. A square and a rhombus are always similar. Correct option is C, because two equiangular or two equilateral triangles are always similar to each other. 31st question. The length of the tangents drawn to a circle from a point outside is. It is one of the important theorem in circles chapter. Answer is equal. So this is a circle and it is a point outside it, and if a tangent is drawn from it, then these two tangents are equal. It is the one of the most important theorem in circle chapter. So the tangents drawn from external point of a circle are equal. 35th question. The correct relation between the sides of the triangle ABC given in the figure are. So this is a right angle triangle, because this mark is a right angle triangle mark, which is nothing but 90 degrees. And it is simple. It is a right angle triangle. You have to use the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem says AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, right? Square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. So here hypotenuse is given as B, so B square. AB side is given as C square, and BC is given as A, and BC square will be written as A square. So B square is equal to C square plus A square, or B square is equal to A square plus C square. Anything is same. So correct option for this question is D. 36th question. The volume and the surface area of a sphere are numerically equal, then the radius of the sphere is. So we all know the formula for volume and surface area both. So in the question, volume of sphere is equal to the surface area of the sphere. Okay, what is the formula for volume of the sphere, students? Yes, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So volume of the sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and surface area of a sphere formula is 4 pi r square, right? So we are going to do some calculations. After that, we are going to find the radius. So 4 get cancelled, pi on either side of the equal to get cancelled, and here r square in r cube, r square will cancel, only r is remaining. So what is the left out part in this thing? R by 3 is equal to 1, because nothing is there in right hand side. It is 1. So r by 3 is equal to 1. Obviously r is equal to 3 times 1 is 3. So radius of the sphere will be 3 units. Option A is the correct answer. 37th question. A funnel given in the figure is the combination of. So the top part of this funnel is frustum of a cone. Okay. And the bottom part of this funnel looks like cylinder. So this is the combination of frustum of a cone and cylinder. Correct option is B, cylinder and frustum of cone. 39th question. The height and the radius of a base of a cone are 12 and 5 centimeters respectively. Then the slant height of the cone. So for better understanding, I will draw the picture of a cone here. Okay, this is a cone, and in cone the base, the height of the cone is given as 12 centimeters, and the radius of the cone is given as 5 centimeters. So this is a right angle triangle. I will just write ABC. ABC is a right angle triangle, and if the sides of a right angle triangle are 12, 5, obviously the other side will be 13 based on the Pythagorean triads or triplets. So correct option for this 39th question is C. Last question, 40th. The frustum of a cone shaped jaggery is melted and remolded completely in the shape of a sphere. Okay, cone jaggery is converted into sphere. So the volume of sphere is, of course, the volume of sphere will be equal to the volume of frustum, because though the jaggery shape is changed, volume remains same. So option D is the correct answer.